Welcome, everyone, to another episode of The Old Guard. It's the only podcast hosted by two OGs dedicated to the preservation and sanctity of geek culture. This is your boy, Wally Analog, and I'm joined, of course, by the keeper of civility, as well as order, Rolls Royce.
Yes, sir.
Is in the building. As is the MCU. They are in the building. Once again, it's time to review another installment. What phase is this? I've lost count. We're 6, right? We're
phase 6, I think. Yeah.
Yeah. I think all the problems started when they started numbering the phases.
Yeah.
It's
phase
like right
5
after.
with Loki and all that stuff.
Yeah. Phase 5 is more TV. Mm-hmm. But yeah, we're out of that now. Now we're doing movies. With a little TV sprinkled in, very little TV, as it were.
Right.
We've talked about it. Just go back and listen to the Ironheart episode if you're confused. But we are talking about today theatrical submission. Fantastic Four. First steps. How many Fantastic Fours is this now? 4?
This is the 4th movie. So there was
4th time's a charm.
Yeah, there was the low budget joint, the Roger Corman joint.
Was that the first one?
Yeah, that was the first one.
Yeah, and that was the last one I saw.
Right.
Before.
And then there was
the one where Homeboy was dancing in the club.
Yeah.
Was that
one? He was doing the twist and shout. That's the one with Jessica Alba.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
And then the Michael B. Jordan joint.
Fan four stick for whatever that was.
Fan four stick.
Yeah, and they went really dark on that one.
I didn't see it. That was the
you didn't
one.
See that one?
No, I told you I didn't see anything past first. Here's the thing, man. I've never been that big of a fan of that team. Right.
Oh, you haven't. Okay.
And the only one, which one? Rise of the Silver Surfer.
Yes.
That's the first one.
Yes, the first, commercially.
Right.
Yeah.
And that is really the only reason I cared to
joint.
see that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the only reason I cared to see it. I feel like I got the movies out of order. I don't know which one I saw. I know if it had Silver Surfer in it, I was interested. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, but if not, I'm not there. I'm not there.
Right.
So, so I hadn't gone to see a Fantastic Four since that movie upon the arrival of this one.
Right.
So as you may expect, I didn't really have any very high hopes for this movie, high expectations for it. I mean, it's Fantastic Four. Silver Surfer is in this one, so that was reason enough for me to go. I was interested to see how the flip with Shia LaBeouf as opposed to Norman Rad. I was a little stunned at first to hear the news, but I was like, you know what, whatever. It's comics accurate.
Yes,
and I was like, whatever.
And it was a signal that this was going to be a different universe.
Yeah, that's why I just was like, okay, I'll allow it. You know, I was really looking forward to Norrin, but okay, let me make this work. So, I don't know, man. What are your? I don't even know how to get into it. Do you want to give
first impressions? What's your first impression
of it? Man, it was an enjoyable movie. It wasn't a great movie, but it certainly wasn't bad. I enjoyed it though.
Right.
I was pleasantly surprised with Pedro Pascal's version of Reed Richards. I didn't know. He just didn't feel like a Reed Richards character. But I've come now to a place where whenever I hear casting news, I don't formulate an opinion anymore because actors act. So let them act before we
actors act.
Correct. Correct. Well, let me rephrase. Actors, that is their job.
Right.
To act.
Yes.
And so if you look like someone that couldn't be that people can't see in a role and you kill it,
yes,
then you've done your job.
Exactly.
And he the dude's in everything right now, bro. Like at some point, people are gonna get tired of that guy.
They already
bro.
are. They're getting Pascal fatigue already.
Pascal fatigue. Yeah, dude. He everywhere, bro. He everywhere. But he was good. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I didn't really have anything to compare it to as far as cinematic, movies. The Fantastic Four cinematic representations of the group,
right?
Other than the one that I saw, and this was done pretty well. The story was good. Mm-hmm. I thought the story was solid. I can't right off the top of my head think of anything where I was like, I don't like that as far as plot. I didn't find myself scratching my head on stuff. So man, I enjoyed it. I think they handled Galactus very well. Again, when you start to make comparisons, they didn't take liberties and change him up. He was as you expected him to be. I did have one issue with the movie, but I'll let you give your impressions. And then it was a huge downer for me. Okay. Now that I think about it, it was one thing that I was like, ugh.
Interesting.
Wish they had not have done that. That was just stupid. It wasn't realistic. But go ahead. I've talked too much. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was thoroughly impressed with Fantastic Four. I think the casting was solid. I was concerned about Pedro Pascal as Mr. Fantastic. I just didn't see him in that role for some reason. I don't know why. I guess because he's been in other stuff, and I wasn't hating on the choice because I know he's a good actor. He just didn't seem to fit.
Right. That's all I was saying. Yeah.
Yeah. The guy from Stranger Things. What is his name? Joseph Quinn. I think he played a good Johnny Storm.
Yeah, he did.
Vanessa Kirby. I thought that was
very good,
pretty solid casting.
Yep.
For Sue Storm. I was concerned about what's the actor's name? I knew it would just be his voice because it's Ben Grimm.
Right.
Ebon Moss Baccarat. Mm-hmm. I know he would play a good Ben Grimm human form, right. But I was like, okay, I was worried about the Thing and we've had previous iterations of the Thing and it always just doesn't turn out right.
Not at all.
It's always a sticking point.
Yeah.
So they nailed that. I feel like the story was the story was solid. It was definitely lean. And I think this was a shorter film, which I appreciate.
Yep.
The comic book accuracy was off the charts for me.
Mm-hmm.
Reenacting the Fantastic Four comic book cover. That the very first issue was dope.
Mm-hmm.
The Easter eggs with Jack Kirby in there. Love that. Keeping it in the 60s. I know that was a concern for a lot of people. I actually appreciated that.
I did afterwards. I wasn't sure how that was going to play either.
Right. Yeah. But I felt like it was a solid movie. I was really impressed with all of the space stuff. I heard that Stanley Kubrick was a influence on Matt Shackman when he was creating the film. So all those, they use a lot of practical sets, like miniature sets. Of course, you need to do that with Galactus walking through the city to play off the scale. So the designer in me was really loving everything. The movie was really well art directed. Everything was just drenched in 60s design and that sort of thing. So
those tend to cost more, right? I feel like one of you guys educated me on the cost of doing period pieces and what you have to do to reimagine the past in every aspect of it. You can't, your locales especially when it's on a large scale like a city.
Yeah.
You know, you have to be able to, and then the clothing, and then the cars, and you know what I'm saying? It's a lot of.
Well, I mean, they had some practical sets. They had the Times Square set,
right,
for sure,
right.
But you gotta realize the rest of that stuff is CG now. It's
That's
crazy.
That's true. They
Like
don't
they'll have some realistic buildings and then fill the rest out with CG.
True.
So,
but that's still expensive, but not as much as building
like full on city.
Yeah, I hadn't thought about that. Yeah.
But yeah, my first impressions, I thoroughly enjoyed the movie. But yeah, like, let's get into the story. So, like, you know, pretty much right off the bat, they bring us into the world of the Fantastic Four, and they open up with Reed and Sue, and I mean, right off the bat, they're introducing that Franklin is going to come
right away.
Will come right away. So they're expecting a baby, and the news gets dropped, and you know, what was cool is being dropped into the Fantastic Four. It was again, they're playing. Numbers mean things now in these movies. So this was 4 years after they got their powers. Sounds similar to what they were doing with Superman, where it was like, you know, that this is. So we're in the Fantastic Four, year 4,
right? And people are well established. They're well established. People know who they are. They've got TV shows. They got their presidents. They're famous.
Yeah,
beloved.
Right.
Yeah,
they have more love than the president. Like, I don't even know. Yeah, I don't even know who the president was. And
They didn't
it was probably Sue.
It
seemed like Sue.
Run.
Yeah. So yeah, we get welcomed into that world, and I love the montage on. And I love that we're not. These comic book movies now get it. Like, the audience doesn't need to be educated every time we're doing a movie for the first time. We don't need to see the origin story. So I like the way they did the origin story through the montage, the news, like the channel. What was it like? Was it ABC or something like that? Well, yeah, it's owned by Disney, of course. So yeah, they used the ABC old school retro thing, and had the Ted Gilbert show set up, everything. So, gosh, I'm drawing a blank because there's so much stuff that happened. Like, we're not trying to do it beat by beat, but
right.
But yeah, just knowing that Franklin's coming, we dive into the characters. We really get to see how Reed's brain works,
right?
You know, because now he's like, okay, I got to prepare for the baby, and I really respected how they wrote this story in a way where they set up that event that's going to change everybody's life, and then you start diving into the character story. You know, Reed being Mr. Fantastic and being super smart, like, they started to, see where he's, on one hand, he's very protective because I think he has a lot of, I don't think, but I believe that he has a lot of regret about what happened to them. He felt like he could have avoided that. Like, how I didn't crunch the numbers enough, and the cosmic wave, granted us all these powers and disfigured, Ben Grimm. So I think he has that. So I think there's, I like that there's this dark side to him where he's like, hey, I need to think about all the bad things and try to prevent them from happening. And I'm going to attack them first before they attack us. So, and then, setting up Sue, and, they have the Future Foundation where there's, in this particular, in Earth 8, was it 828?
Yeah.
Which is
828, 838, something like that. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, it was 8. I think it was 828. Yeah, which is Jack Kirby's birthday. And they reveal it toward the end.
Gotcha.
Yeah. But yeah, I pretty much they're just showing the greatness of the Fantastic Four, and then as they're preparing, and you see the brilliance of Reed, like he's already solved crime, all that stuff.
Yeah, like he's an extended police force, as it were.
Right.
Gave
them the technology.
Right, because now, as is custom with comic book movies, when a superhero is introduced, for some reason the super villains emerge. So now you got to deal with Mole Man and all these other people now. Right. That it would be outside of the realm of the expertise of the resident law enforcement to be able to deal with these types of people. So it's up to Reed and company to be able to assist in those endeavors. So yeah, you had that part. And then I think that helped play into, or helped allow us to see how the friendship between the community and the Four was established, right? It's like, we trust them, they're here for us, and they down with us. They're looking out for our best interests.
Right. They've made our world better.
Right.
And through technology.
TV shows. And it's like, we love them. It's like the lovable family.
Right. He has a science show every week.
Yeah, right. He's teaching and stuff like that. And the kids love Ben Grimm,
Right.
Yeah, pick the car up. He's like a personal court jester for the youth. It's like out there, what I'm saying? So resident strongman circus. So little stuff like that, but they're beloved by the community and I guess the world at that point.
Right, and I felt like it was intentional not to make Johnny Storm
a douche.
Yeah,
that's it.
Just hyper,
he's just
masculine. Womanizer.
He's a younger dude. He likes the women, but I mean that's fine.
But they put some shyness to him. Like Sue Storm is like, hey, ladies, he's available. He's not the one going, hey, look at me.
Yeah, right. He likes them, but he's just not, he's not over the top, like to the point where he's just so intolerable to listen. But there does exist an air of confidence too.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? But it's not overbearing to the point of arrogance. And so I think he played that well. And I think he was written well. I was glad that they didn't make him just way over the top. Like that.
Yeah, I appreciate it. There were times where I felt like they felt very toned down, but I felt like that was necessary because I think in the other movies we've gotten, it's everybody has big personalities. Mr. Fantastic's doing the twist and shout in the club. And,
we can't have it.
And I'll be honest with you, I felt like, and I don't know if that's just I don't want to say it was a different time, but I felt like, with Jessica Alba in the previous films, it's almost like they just over-sexualized her. Like, oh, she lost her clothes again because her powers are on the fritz. And it's just like,
but she was, legit sex symbol, right? Like,
but
people was
you don't
feeling
have
just. I know, I'm not justifying it at all. Not justifying it, but I. You know why they did it, I guess, is what I'm saying. Right or wrong.
Right.
But yeah.
Right.
They
desperate. But Vanessa Kirby is beautiful.
Yeah. And you didn't have to get naked. You know why? You know what I'm saying? It's for the kids.
Right. Yeah.
So yeah. I appreciate it too.
Yeah, and then Ben Grimm just seemed like he's not that dude's like, oh, I'm saying it's clobbering time and just being over,
right? Just over the top. Yeah. He was actually more of a gentle giant kind of.
Right.
He didn't even like the clobbering time thing. It's just Johnny was trying to make him say it.
Right.
And he was just like, everybody was doing it. What time is it? And he was like, man, get on my face with that, man. That's just the cartoon, bro. Like, I'm not saying that.
Right.
And I liked how they did that.
Yes.
It's like they gave us that, fan service without the corny fan service, you know what I mean? So, yeah, I appreciated that. We didn't even get a flame on, did we?
Nope.
Yeah, see? Nope. Good.
Yes.
Yeah, leave that good.
Yeah.
Nope. I would have rather he done it like if he was like grilling. You know what I'm saying? Like somewhere completely out of context, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I like the Copper Tone ad where he's the baby in the Copper Tone. And yeah, I thought that was cool. And what was cool is every time he flies by, it actually fire.
Yeah,
he activates the fire coming out of the back of the deal. So, it was just like little touches like that were really nice. I like that Sue was over the Future Foundation, and everything felt. I would say we live in a time now where I think we're gonna need comic book movies to like emphasize being kind.
Seems to be also a theme out here.
Yeah. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I just wish it would just soak into our culture again.
Yeah.
Because we're living in a time where everything is just uncertain.
Yeah. And kindness from those with a lot of power is what the focus is on.
Right. And Fantastic Four have a lot of power and a lot of influence.
And they could have, and that's the idea.
Right. Even down to, and we'll get into this, when Shala Ball comes down, and which is
hardest scene in the movie,
dope.
Man. It's the hardest scene. And I hate that they put it in a trailer, man. I hate that they put that in a trailer because I wasn't really interested in the movie until I saw that part.
I know, but see,
which is good, I guess.
Yeah,
but I still would have seen the movie, and I would have liked to have seen that. And like, man, that's hard. That part was hard, gangster.
Right.
But yeah, not enough is said, and it wasn't overly saturated with Silver Surfer.
Right.
We got just enough. Because I feel like the last one with Silver Surfer in it, they made him the focus by him being the antagonist of sorts. This was enough, a good dose, of Silver Surfer.
Yeah, and the reason I'm bringing that up is I think one thing that I appreciate is, and we're skipping around a bit, but the thing that I really appreciate is they didn't come back after their encounter with Galactus and lied to them.
Now,
they were like,
yeah, so,
we told y'all the truth. Like,
so that.
Oh no.
That's what I was pointing to. So they were beloved by the people.
Right.
They go up there after having gotten the news that, your plan is next on the breakfast bar.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You next at the buffet.
Right.
He's got a plate and he's on the way to get a little bit of earth.
Mm-hmm.
And they decide to say, okay, let's go and talk to this Galactus dude and perhaps come to an amicable resolution to this problem. Maybe we can negotiate.
Right. That travel sequence, the space travel sequence was dope, by the way.
Yeah. I
how they access the wormhole to get to him faster, all of that stuff.
Reed Richards put his intellect on full display.
Yes.
So smartest dude in the MCU, I guess, right? Mm-hmm. Like legit. So, they get up there and they're having this conversation with him, and Galactus is like, I could see myself sparing your planet, but I'm gonna need that newborn. Come up off.
I sent something.
Yeah, he got a little something. I think he might be worthy enough to take me on. Hand me my retirement. I'm ready to quit.
Right.
So I'm gonna let him be the successor to this. So go hand over that baby.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And they was like, well, of course not.
Right.
And then that sequence was dope too.
Oh,
the escape sequence.
Yes.
Jeez, that I think that's my favorite action sequence in them. Not even the climactic battle at the end in my mind.
Yeah, no.
Top that. Like, because we got to see Shala in full, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's how Silver Surfer is supposed to look, bro.
And they found she rode waves of the wormhole.
Man.
She rode waves of lava.
Man,
she
she was
rode
getting it,
waves of actual water. Like
it was crazy.
Every excuse for that surfboard to touch some kind of surface, they did it in this movie. I loved every bit of it.
And I learned. I don't get down with Fantastic Four like that. And so, admittedly, I was clearly unaware of the power set that Sue Storm possesses because. I almost folded my arms after she, managed to thwart Silver Surfer. But then I thought about, I was like, you know what? I don't know enough about Sue Storm to have an intelligent opinion on this. But apparently she's dope.
Yeah, and
because she's got cosmic power. Like they all, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So, hey man, and I it was pretty cool.
Yeah, in
retrospect.
It wasn't turning my brain off, but I understood the motivation. If somebody's coming after my family,
correct. Yeah, you gotta.
You're gonna do some
otherworldly things.
Yeah, there's gonna be some strength that comes out of me.
For sure. And if you're already cosmically dope, then it's gonna be on another level.
Yeah. Now when we get to the final act.
I was a bit. Yeah, because I'm thinking, man, she getting stronger by the day. Like what?
Right.
I didn't expect for that to be, but
but it was okay. Yeah, I mean, but that was okay. Like, but so, last thing about Shia LaBeouf, like that sequence, man, when they're escaping, and Johnny is shooting, he's blasting her with the. Yeah, and that's dope about the ship because it's like, okay, they've had to fight, they've weaponized their ship.
Yeah, they had to. This is not new to them.
Right.
They have standard operating procedure on who mans what and who everybody's responsibilities.
Exactly, and they're all smart. Like, Reed is. They definitely compliment Reed's intelligence.
Yeah.
They know exactly what he's talking about.
Right.
Hey,
do this,
do this,
right? And cloak the vessel and all this type of stuff. Dude, yeah, man, it's crazy.
Yeah. So I love that, but there's this one, and I know I'm picking, but like there was this one shot of Shia LaBeouf when he shot the blast at her. And she put her back on the wormhole. It was so dope, man.
Yeah,
like
she was
like, I've been here before. This is nothing.
This is man.
This is light work.
That was the best Silver Surfer on screen.
Oh my gosh,
like crazy, crazy. Like even that bad movie, I still enjoy Silver Surfer,
right? And
especially Lawrence Fishburne voicing. I mean, that's amazing.
Right.
But this one here is the gold standard.
Oh yeah.
It was well done.
Right. So you were trying to get to like what
to my hate.
Yeah.
Yes.
What's your hate?
I'm on the road back to the hate.
Oh boy.
So they do that wonderful escape, best action sequence in my opinion in the movie, and they land, and of course they return to what would inevitably be press conference, a big press boom, right? When we come they back, y'all. It's been a month.
Right.
And they're back, and we want to know whether or not our planet is safe. So, they get down there and say, hey, man, did you take care of them? We good? He was like, no, we not good, bro. No, we went up there. We didn't fight. We tried to negotiate. And they were like, yeah, well, what do you want? What's the problem? He said, this man said with his mouth, with his whole chest, he wanted our baby. I said, no. Bro. Now listen, I know they're beloved by the people. Ryan, listen, Rose, hey, bro, your kids. Galactus tells you right now, hey, man, I'm going to eat the planet if you don't drop them kids off. You get in front of the world and say, you didn't beat them? Well, why couldn't you negotiate? Why'd you tell them no? What was the problem?
Okay.
What would you say?
To be honest with you, I wouldn't know what to say.
I would know what to say.
What would you say?
I'd have been like, look here, man, we tried to negotiate. And he wasn't trying to hear it, bro. He said there was nothing to talk about. The earth is about to get ate unless we fight this dude. Who would let everybody know that he wanted my kid? And I told that dude, no. Bro, I'm not telling that, bro. I'm taking that to the grave. That made no sense to me. That made zero sense to me. As a dad, bro, I'm not sharing that with the people. Just so I can have the world hate me. You know what I'm saying? Now it's selfish to the mug, right? Because the baby was born in outer space. That was crazy. Obviously,
that was dope too. By the way,
the baby got delivered during the run,
right?
During the escape.
And I want to go back to that in a second, but go ahead, keep going.
So you lose either way, right? Because what good is saying no to that dude and keeping your baby, and then he eats the planet? You all lose anyway. The stuff that you were trying to protect is gonna die anyway. If you know what I'm saying, you didn't negotiate with him. So look, man, just keep that to yourself.
Yeah,
no one would have said, "Hey, man, just tell the world that we said no, come eat the planet."
Yeah,
just keep that to yourself and say we got to mount a defensive.
Right. No, I see what you're saying.
I hated that part.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Now after the movie, they were specifically talking about Reed's depiction, and this particular Reed, people appreciated that he was neurodivergent. So when you're neurodivergent, like he has like a form of autism or whatever, they're very honest. They'll tell you what they're thinking, and there's no other there's no other like cushion.
That wasn't readily
that's not him.
Evident to me.
Yeah.
Okay.
But again, you have a good point. You're not going into. I didn't go into the film with that knowledge.
Right. Like, there's no way I would have shared
that. And the more I think about it, it took Sue to clean up.
Yes,
that
she did. She came back. You know what I'm saying?
And that fight that they had was the dopest part of the movie too. Mm-hmm. When they had that fight, and she said, "This part right here, I love all of you, but this also sucks for me,
right? Because
I get to see that side of you where you actually consider giving our baby up to this cat,
right?"
So like, I loved all of that push and pull.
Yeah.
I see your point, but in the context of what people are saying about Reed's depiction, I can see that, because and you can see
people
a lot
in the street mad. Get that kid up,
right?
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy,
right? Because I mean, like, even little things like, okay, he's super smart, can figure out how to make a wormhole, but he can't find the iodine in the bathroom. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's little things, little touches like that I really appreciated. Like, it took writing to like put those things in there, like, and constant editing and making sure, like, hey, are we presenting him in that? And again, I'm not trying to take sting out of your hate.
No,
you know, it's okay to hate.
No,
you know me. I'll give you space to hate. You know, I will
hate space.
Yes, I will.
Yeah,
I'll pull the trigger if it goes too far. You know, because you've gone too far. So.
Hey, very often.
Yes. Yeah, but I really appreciate that. And staying on Reed, it was like little stuff in the movie that really impressed me. Like, even when Sue was in labor, when they were under duress, just watching Reed work was crazy. Like, hey, we're going to go into a dwarf star, which creates a black hole environment, and we're gonna trick her. We're gonna trick her using Sue's powers while she's in labor. You know, and even to the point where it's like, hey, do this on after your next contraction. It's like he's timing everything out, and everything is like surgical and
it's
precise.
Very surgical. Yeah, it is. Like one iota off, and it's a mess.
The small, and I know this sounds silly and stupid, but little small details like when she was pushing, and it's they're in zero gravity. He has to hold her down. He stretches his legs.
Yeah.
And keeps her down. He used his stretch powers. And it's subtle. It's not this like, like, let me show you this rubber band. I'm rubber
we got
band
a chance
man.
to see that in its.
But to just see it as a natural, like, hey, I'm just being a human being. I'm doing what I need to do.
Even when he was teaching class, he did that. He was like on the board and reaching all the way in the far corner. Yeah, it was practical. Yeah.
It wasn't like, hey, look at me.
Plastic man.
Yes, I'm gonna stick my hand under the door and unlock it. Just like, man, come on, man.
Goofy,
yeah. So I really like all of that stuff, and I hope that they stick to that.
Yeah.
Where it just felt organic and natural.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So
now they walking around the city and people are hating them, talking about give up the kid and all that stuff. So I guess and
what about us?
Right. And I understand that because you have to have a situation that they got to go through now. Now you got to paint this picture of them. We were beloved and now not so much. You see what I'm saying? And the only way to achieve that, I guess, was by him saying, yeah, we just said no because we want to give up our baby. I feel like they could have done something else. I mean, I don't know. But I guess.
How would that change the movie, though?
What do you mean?
Like if he lied a little bit or
withheld the truth. But that's the thing. There would not. It probably needed to be there. I just didn't.
On two levels, I liked it because it was like, okay, he's telling the truth.
He's telling the truth.
Is that something people need to hear in that moment? No.
Not at all. That's what I'm saying. But as I said, they needed to have another internal.
And in politics, we don't need to hear everything.
We don't need to hear it.
We don't need to hear internal dialogue. We don't,
hot mics be on.
Yeah, or rambling.
No.
Anyway, But
yeah, you had to have that internal struggle, right? Yeah. We were loved. Now these people hate us, and now we gotta, win the hearts of the people again. And the only way to do that is to win this fight,
right?
And like you said, Sue got out there and kind of smoothed it over and said, "Yeah, we did that, but we're still gonna fight for you. We're
not sacrificing this planet for our baby."
That's correct. Yeah. And that was the line right there. So I felt like that fixed it for me. You know what I mean? Even though I was just like, man, you didn't have to say anything about the baby. To get out here and do this. Just get down there and say, look, man, he coming regardless. He was not moving and we need to do something. We're together.
We need women to lead us.
Man, listen, man.
In real life.
No, listen, man.
The temperament is different.
Bro. I mean, I tell my wife all the time. It's like, you know what, man? We've had enough men effing it up. It's,
Yeah.
They plan better.
There's less bravado to it.
Yeah, no one's in a pissing contest.
Right.
It's practical.
Right.
And yeah.
So I'm saying all that because Sue, I loved how they painted Sue in this film.
Strong.
Very strong.
Yeah. Because too often men don't know how to write women, man.
Correct. Right.
And I imagine that's tough.
Yes.
Without doing your right research and having women in the writer's room, dude. Like, you can't be out here Tyler Perrying it up by yourself. You know what I'm saying? You can't get a writer's room. Quit TPing it up. I'm just saying, bro. Get some people in here that can look over your stuff and say, I don't think a woman would do that, man. A woman does this, and this is how they will respond, and this is how they feel. Not how you think they would do. We got Madea coming to the rescue around this
down to the wigs.
Get your bad wigs.
Derail, but
I second that, dude. I second that, man. Get these strong women in here. Get a writer's room, bro.
Yeah.
Anyway,
so, the other funny thing I find interesting in comic book movies is, boy, Man of Steel has done a number on. Man of Steel has done a number on the industry, and what I mean by that is, there has to be a sequence in the movie where everybody has to get evacuated. Right.
Yeah. Get everybody out of the city, no matter how unrealistic that is, because that's not possible. There's no way you can get millions and millions of people out of a greater metropolitan area.
Right. But they did it. They sent everybody to Subterranea.
Everybody down there with the mole man.
Right, which I loved. I liked. He was hating on them so bad.
The dude was hater number one. He was right there on the legs.
Right. You sunshiners. You sunshiners, you.
Shaking his fist at the sky.
Right.
Moving.
That was his Wakanda.
Yeah.
Called them sunshiners.
Yeah, it was. That dude was mad as hell.
And I love that because they took a character that's corny and they actually made him funny. Like he was funny in that.
Boy, you killing me. Oh, Mole man. Yeah, dude. They sent them all there. Which is crazy, man. There's that much room under the city to get every resident under there. It's crazy.
Right.
Crazy. But hey, man, that's one of them.
And I like the writing where they
for your brain.
They said that's a whole country to itself.
Yeah, they just went on ahead and explained it out of the way.
Right.
With one flick of the pen.
Yep. Stop sinking our buildings. We get it, man.
Right.
Like, and see politically, you hear those undertones.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, hey, like, we get you want a fair shake, so
right.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah. So I don't know if that was intentional, but I don't know if it's because we're in it, you know, with the whole Israel Gaza thing. But yeah, man, those subtle things like they appeal to me, and of course there are gonna be people like, oh, it's too woke, you know. But I mean, there has to be some acknowledgement that this stuff is happening.
Yeah,
man.
Gotta be. And if you're not watching the news, you ain't looking at nothing. There needs to be some kind of reliable source because they're closing the mouths of everyone that wants to give, a true account of what's going on. Whether you're doing late night or whether you're doing, your journalism on whatever network, man, they get rid of you if you're talking.
Right.
They can you can't even write a paper in college without getting snatched up and sent somewhere to Central America. You know what I'm saying? Like,
so I think in comic book movies, it's easy to go, well, this is not.
This is fiction.
Yeah, this is Luthoria. This is not.
Right. This is not Iran.
Right. Yeah. What are we talking about here?
This is not. What?
Yeah.
This is not even a real country.
Yeah. But I'm saying all that to say that I really, I don't know, like, this coming after Superman, it just feels good, man. I saw this a second time.
Did you? Okay.
And it still holds up, man. Yeah. I did the same thing with Superman. Like, hey, am I sure about how I feel about this?
Yeah.
Same with Fantastic Four.
Yeah. It feels more. It feels more pre-Endgame. This movie, the good old days.
Yes.
For sure.
Yeah. Man, Galactus.
Man, that guy.
The best.
Yeah.
I love the scale. Mm-hmm. That blew me away. Really like good. It made that escape sequence really feel like there were stakes to it.
Yeah.
Like he could be a problem. Like
yeah.
And also too, he in the comics, he could scale up or scale down
what
how
he's
he
doing.
wants.
He did it, yeah.
Right.
He needed to in order to do find that kid.
Right.
Right. I always wondered how they'd handle somebody that big, and his character is perfect for a guy his scale because anybody else that big would be hell bent on domination, and there'd be nothing you could do about it.
Right.
His goal ain't that. It's just, I need to survive.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying? This is not anything that I'm doing for like personal gain.
Mm-hmm.
I have to do this.
Right.
And if your planet unfortunately ends up on the menu, then it's just got to be what it is.
Oh,
like,
man, it was so dope
it's,
when he landed and he pulled the dirt up and he sniffed it. It's like, hints of barbecue. Hints of mesquite.
This dude is smelling the notes.
Right.
Like
notes
like
of Subway. The real Subway.
Like,
right.
This is going to be delicious. Which Earth, I would imagine, is probably pretty trashy. You did think about it.
Yeah, man, all this pollution, man.
Yeah, man, this tastes like some garbage. But he got it seemed like he would have landed and been like, you know what, you can keep this smoke.
Right.
I'd head on over to Mars.
Yeah, it's too oily. Too much oil and
just dirty.
Oil and smoke.
Right.
Pollution.
Yeah, this is terrible. But no, he was down to go.
Dirty water.
All the water is dirty. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, man, very well done. You know, he's not about no world domination. He just has to do it. And then the irony is that he doesn't want to do it anymore. He'd rather just die and get a successor.
Right.
So somebody that big, he's not like this universal threat like, you know, anybody else who has an agenda. He don't have an agenda, man. It's just, you got to eat to live.
Yeah, and there was of course, me doing deep dives on these movies. There was somebody who was talking about how, you know, like the Celestials were saying like this is an order and the universe has to get pruned.
Yeah.
And they didn't say it. And I you know, I don't think they wanted to like reference back to the Eternals.
No, they trying to stay away from that as much as they can.
Yeah. Yeah, because Captain America did that. But you know, he serving that purpose, like, hey, I'm eating these planets because there's too many of y'all. Like, like we gotta prune this universe a little bit. It's getting a little overgrown. I'll eat that. You know what I'm saying? Like I'll take that. You know what I'm saying? But I would love to see. I need to read up on his origin story. I know he used to be.
He said he was a regular dude. He said, I used to be small like you.
Right.
He said that when they came up there.
Ago.
Yeah, billions of years ago.
I forgot his name. Gallon of Ta or something. His planet was named Ta. And there's a whole story. I think it was before the Big Bang. And then when the Big Bang happened, his world got destroyed, but somehow he was like in a cosmic age. This is a whole like ridiculous story. I won't say ridiculous, but fantastic story behind how he becomes Galactus. Yep. But you know, to be honest, I'll be honest with you. I kind of want to go back and read like the Fantastic Four from the 60s.
I had gone back and reread Silver Surfer from the 60s.
Yeah.
I had gone back.
Yeah, man. Like,
interesting take on him.
Yeah, man. Them Silver Age comics, man.
Yeah.
They were cooking back then. Black Panther was introduced in Fantastic Four 51?
Yeah.
Somewhere in there?
Something like that.
Yeah, where he folded all of them up.
All of them.
Yeah, and I mean, Fantastic Four is nothing.
A friend of mine had that book, remember?
Oh, man.
And he let me, Jason, you remember Jason, my guy.
He actually had.
No, he has it because he let me read it, and I was nervous. I didn't even want to like hold it for much long. He let me, take it home and read it, and then I didn't want to mess it up.
Hey, bro, I love you, but if I had that in my possession, you would never touch that book. Like, the thing would be encased in slab.
He let me read it, man. I was like, man, this is crazy, but
that's worth a lot of money, dude.
You got it.
Yeah,
he has it.
I mean, I'm not trying to put his business out there, but I'm just saying that issue.
Yeah, I know.
However you got that is.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
I think
one
his
that
dad was a comic reader,
and he
and
held
he
on
just
to, oh man,
yeah. It was something like that.
Yeah, that's one I want in my collection is that Black Panther.
Yeah, you got it. I probably brought that mother
first appearance.
back to work, man. I ain't want that on my person too long. You know what I'm saying?
Kids.
I should have been afraid to even touch it.
And you have kids? Oh man.
No, they did, man. I think I might have kept it I just kind of read it in the car. And I don't know. But yeah.
Yeah, I would have worn gloves. I would have been like, I collect comics.
Wash it up like you were going into surgery.
Yeah. Because that book is a lot of money.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry.
Yeah.
But saying all that to say that I actually like how that team is formed. I like it. This movie has definitely sparked renewed interest in the Fantastic Four. Like when I was getting into comics, I would read the Fantastic Four and thought it was cool. Like it appealed. It scratched that itch. But then there was characters that were doper that I would the Superman. I was definitely DC.
I was as well.
DC kid
I was
growing
as well.
up.
Yep, I was too. Yep.
I didn't really get into Marvel until
I was one of them regulars who Spider-Man brought him
when
in.
the Spider-Man movie, the Spider-Man movie kind of got me back into Marvel.
Yep.
But yeah, man. I loved how they worked together as a team. I like the little touches like Sue throws like she used her powers like a magnifying glass, and Johnny Storm blasted fire into the magnifying glass, and it refracted and hit Galactus across the eyes, where she's like, "Hey, just hit him here." But it intensified his fire, and I loved all of that little stuff.
Yeah, wow.
Reed trying to figure out, okay, this is how he's the feeding tubes that are in his back. Well, I'll hurt him that way. I'll just bleed him out. So I'll try to I loved all of that little stuff. Thing was kind of doing the thing, just tearing up buildings.
Physical stuff,
right. Which I appreciate. He was throwing, he's pretty strong.
Man, see, oh man, dude, it's like every time I see,
I want to see the thing and the Hulk.
But see, man, they've already neutered the Hulk, bro.
Yeah. This is their way to. I think this is their way to make up for that.
Well, you're not gonna make it out to people who are Hulk fans, bro. Hulk fans don't care about no thing,
right?
You know what I'm saying? They want to see the Hulk. That's what they want.
I do want to see the Thing and the Hulk share the same space, though. Like I'd love to see that in the movie.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, so of course you can't have a Marvel movie without a end credit scene.
No.
So let's talk about that.
Yeah, you speak on that because my opinion of the end credit scene is not a favorable one anymore. It's almost like I almost hate them now, seriously, because they've been used as a vehicle to clean up what is otherwise a terrible movie, to the point then fans come home after a bad movie and glaze that thing like crazy. Like, that movie was bad, but you're so happy to see some kind of Easter egg thrown at you in your lap. And now you excuse what otherwise was 2 hours of garbage. And so I don't care to, and then lately, even if the movie was decent, they've not really helped to move the universe along or anything like that. They just kind of show stuff. And you don't even know whether or not they have a plan for whatever it is they're showing. We've seen end credit scene after end credit scene of stuff that's still, just loose ends, just untied. So you speak on it, because if I do...
Well, I'm going to do two things. I'm going to speak on it, and then I'm also going to share my... perspective in the theater as the scene was happening.
I want to hear that.
So basically, Sue is reading to Franklin. I think it's like
he's a little older. He's like a toddler, right? Yeah.
I think it's like 4 years later. So he's like 4 years old. Yeah, of course. And she's reading him a book, and she's like, "Oh, Herbie, get." Actually, before I do that, I want to make one note about Herbie. I actually liked Herbie in this movie.
Yeah.
He was very functional.
Yep.
I love the analog tape switching.
Yeah.
Which was his face, and I was just like, the design of that was just dope.
And he'll sell a lot in the store.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So anyway, I didn't want to. I just wanted to say that.
Mm-hmm.
But so Sue asked Herbie to get his book, and Herbie picks up the Origin of a Species by Charles Darwin. She was like, "Oh, he already read that one." It was like, okay,
right. He's dope.
Yeah, he's dope. So she was like, "No, the other book," and she goes to get it, and she leaves Franklin there, and then you hear this sound. There's a lot of people theorizing that either Dr. Doom used some kind of he can whip up these portals somehow and come through a portal.
Oh, Ned wasn't there, was he?
Oh, well.
Okay. Go ahead.
No, he wasn't there because I held my popcorn down.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Right. Throw up.
Continue.
Continue.
Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Don't trigger me, sir.
Okay.
So
when you said portal, I didn't know.
Yeah. So anyway, you see the shroud of Dr. Doom over Franklin, and Franklin, he has his mask off, but you don't see his face, and Franklin is touching his face. So who knows what happened there? But and then Sue, she's ready to attack, and they just cut and just say, what do they say? The Fantastic Four will return in Doomsday.
Yeah.
So, we got a taste of Doctor Doom. I mean, we got a little hint in the Future Foundation scene, where
Latvia was not present.
Yeah,
we're not here for it.
Yeah, we're not here about peace.
We're not here for it. Nope.
Yeah, so so that was the scene. Now, I'm going to give my perspective. There were people that are like, oh, Doctor Doom. Yeah. It's nowhere near. And again, I'm not trying to compare the two, but it's nowhere near when they said Thanos is coming. Yeah, when they showed Thanos,
he turned around.
We was just people lost it. Yes.
Everybody was like, man, what?
What? Going nuts, talking after the movie. Now, again, that was happening, but it was on a smaller scale. And you want to know why? It's because Marvel, it feels like Marvel's just desperate, man.
You better know it.
How dope would have that been?
Reeks of desperation.
Yeah, and I think that's my struggle. And this is gonna sound like hate, but it's just reality for me. Mm-hmm. I would have preferred if you didn't announce that RDJ was going to be Dr. Doom.
Yeah, man, you don't do that. That was never their MO before.
Can you imagine how powerful that was?
Yeah, absolutely.
How powerful that would be if you see him bending down.
You would have to twist this up so crazy now.
Right.
To where you think he's Doom and he ends up not. You'd have to do something to wipe that away, because now we knowing is no fun.
Right.
To me.
Unless Marvel got something up their sleeves.
They're going to have to, but they've not shown any semblance of being able to put together anything like that anymore, like they did pre-Endgame, bro. The good old days, man. It seemed like, man, they was cooking, bro.
Yeah.
And now it doesn't seem like anybody's capable.
Now, is that article true? I don't know if it was an article, but there's been a lot of stuff circulating on social media about how Kevin Feige said, after Endgame, we didn't know what we were doing.
Oh, I hadn't seen that.
And then he said something about, and then I don't know if it's factual or not, because
I hope not. Of course, he was standing.
But he was saying a lot. But I guess what I'm saying is, after the rollout of Fantastic Four, he started saying a lot.
Oh man, dude, he was running.
He threw Sam Wilson under the bus. Hey, I didn't appreciate that.
Yeah, man. Listen, dude. Listen, man. He. Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, because all that stuff came out, and it was in particular about certain characters in the universe,
right?
That were not, didn't seem to have the support. There were commonalities.
Right.
But,
so why would you bring and you know my problem with it was, okay, you know what it is. You got to know what it is.
Yeah.
You know why people didn't show up for Captain
That's
America
correct.
Brave New World.
That's right.
Outside of it, potentially, you know, it did get reshot, and
Right.
I think people
Correct.
did lose luster, but
Yeah. No,
it
man.
ain't Steve Rogers
It's not Steve Rogers.
in Race.
It's not
And,
Steve
and
Rogers.
yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
I mean, it.
Because yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we
Yeah.
all know, man.
Yeah.
Yep. And you know, I did a rewatch on that
Brave New World.
last week. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Man,
It's a decent.
man,
It's okay.
Yeah, I didn't hate it the first time. Now there were some things I don't ever want to see, and I'm derailing. I'm sorry, but I don't ever want to see Sam Wilson fighting outside of that suit, bro. That'd be like Tony Stark fighting outside of the suit. It's ridiculous. Don't do that.
I mean, he did, but
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. I don't want to see that.
he also had
You're
his
not
tech
on-
with him while he's fighting, though. Yeah.
But he's in a leather bomber. Dude, no.
Right.
Put that suit on, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
You don't have no serum. I don't want to see you not fighting. And he did a whole lot of that in Brave New World. And I was just like, bro, no. I finally settled on the fact that he doesn't have the serum. Fine. You want to be your own man? Bet. Put that suit on then, man, or you're going to get laid down.
Right.
Somebody's going to lay you down. You know, you don't ask Bruce Wayne to get out here and just fight.
Yeah, I mean, they did a good job. I feel like they did a decent job, you know, showing like, hey, he needs a suit to even hang.
Yeah.
And I mean, barely hang.
Yeah. I mean, he's got the shield and everything, and he knows how to manipulate and stuff like that. But put the suit on, man, so you can do all that good Wakanda stuff. You know what I'm saying? Hey, stuff. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you're a pilot, right?
Right.
Man, come on, man. So,
All the pilot stuff was amazing.
Yeah.
In that movie.
His scenes are great. I even watched Civil War on the plane. You know, we were on vacation.
His stuff is great. Falcon stuff is good.
Yeah, man, that Falcon stuff is good stuff.
Right.
But like you said, man, everybody checking for that.
Yeah.
Not under that moniker.
It's comics accurate, y'all.
It is.
But
They don't care.
yeah.
Nope.
But anyway, I just
Sorry for derailing there.
I think the point I'm trying to bring it back to Fantastic Four, I think the thing that I am still nervous about is Doomsday.
Yep. Like a rush.
There's no other. What other film is coming out after this? There's no other film except for Doomsday.
Spider-Man.
I think so, maybe. Yeah, because Doomsday got pushed. That's right. Yeah, so Spider-Man is next up because.
Street level Spider-Man.
Well, we'll see. He announces Hulk being in it now and all this stuff.
Which one? Dabbing Hulk? Dabbing Warby Parker Hulk?
I don't know.
Out of
Might
here.
have Scar up in there.
Spider-Man. Brought to you by Warby Parker and Lens Crafters.
Yeah.
Look at my dab.
Yeah. On that note, let me just dab up out of here. But I just the point we're trying to make is like I'm Fantastic Four was a great step in the right direction. See what I did there?
Yeah.
So I hope that Marvel can keep this energy.
Yeah, man.
I love the landscape right now because you got Superman, out here. You got James Gunn bringing out Peacemaker. Like Marvel has to step their game
They
up.
have to. Like,
And I want both of them to win.
Yeah,
see,
see, we're rooting for everybody to be good because that way it will push the other.
Yes.
Like, that's the idea.
Right.
Like, because like I said, man, I just really needed Superman to do well, man. Like, I don't care if like I said, I could have hated the movie, which I didn't, but as long as everybody else like it, let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Breeds competition.
Right. Yeah, I'm worried about Doomsday. I just feel like it's going to be, to me, it just feels like there's just going to be all over the place. But I think that's what the people want, and I have to come to grips with that too. They gonna want to see 5 different Human Torches. They want to see, remember when they did Crisis on Infinite Earths on TV? Like,
Bro, what up?
Yeah. Never mind. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to awaken the beast, but but that's what's going to happen, right? They're going to have Cyclops.
Yeah.
You know, from the Fox universe.
Yeah, it's going to, oh my God.
You know, they're going to have, you know, I don't know, man. They're going to find a way to like explain it all and say, well, yeah, I know these movies in the Fox universe was bad, but yeah, let's throw Morbius in here too. You know, it's like, but what are we doing? Like, I don't know if he's even in there. I'm making a joke, but they are literally throwing the kitchen sink in this thing.
Man, they throwing it in there, bro.
Right.
Blame it on
and the goal is to reset the goal is to reset the universe. So I think the thing I'm struggling with too, and we can end this. The thing I'm struggling with too is okay, I like this Fantastic Four. Mm-hmm. If they reboot it, is there a guarantee we're gonna see these same actors?
Bro, we've already seen 2 Reed Richards already.
I know.
That's what I'm scared of. 2 of them.
Right.
Oh no.
Right. And we're about to see what? We're gonna see 4, right? So we're gonna see the dude from the what's this dude's name? He has a interesting name. Ian Guffond or something like that.
What?
So we're gonna see Reed Richards from the Jessica Alba movie.
Oh, you think they're gonna bring all them people?
So
that's 3 more. There's 3 more Reeds.
No, I'm trying to count them. So there's that guy.
Yeah.
From the Jessica Alba movie.
Yeah.
Then we got Fantastic that guy.
Right.
Miles Teller. He's probably going to be in it. Mm. We know we're going to get multiple Human Torches, including Michael B. Jordan.
That's going to be weird.
It's going to be Michael B. Jordan playing Human Torch and Michael B. Jordan playing Killmonger. They're going to have Killmonger in there.
See, they need to let one of those not be a thing, because that's too much confusion. That's
what I'm afraid of, man. There's a lot of chairs in that shot that Tony Stark was like, "Doomsday's coming, y'all." Yeah, Pedro right next to him.
Right.
But like, you start reading the actors' names, you're like, for real, we doing that? And again, I know what I'm saying is unpopular, so I will stop. I will get into my Zen space and enjoy these movies.
Yeah.
But overall, like, what's your rating for Fantastic Four?
7.5.
Golly.
8. No, I'll give it an 8. 8 is fair.
Sorry, I'm not trying to force you.
No. I think 8 is
fair. If you're feeling 7.5,
I think 8 is fair because the Silver Surfer represented. Mm-hmm. And gave me everything I needed out of a Silver Surfer without giving me too much. Right. I think what's knocking it down a little bit is the ease with which, and I say ease, relative ease with which they handled Galactus. I'm like, dude, this is Galactus. But hey, I'll allow it, whatever. You know what I'm saying? My girl got the last, killing blow, as it were. You know what I'm saying?
She died as well.
Yeah. But, they make room for Norrin.
Yeah.
That works for me.
Yeah.
So 8. Yes.
Well, no, she didn't die. Not Shala Ball, but I'm talking about Sue Storm.
Oh, well, yeah, she did.
And then
but
the baby.
the baby, which underscores the might.
Oh, yeah.
He just laid his baby hands and Franklin resurrected a human.
Franklin is going to be a problem.
That's a problem. He's a problem in the comics.
Yeah. But I give it, man, I'm going to give it a 9.
Okay.
I'm going to give it a 9.5.
Okay,
actually.
almost. All right.
Because one reason, this is what a Marvel movie should feel like.
Yeah.
Should be entertaining. Should have some humor in it.
Yep.
Story was well thought out.
Story was good. Yep.
Story was really good.
Yeah.
Props to Matt Shackman for setting all that up. Mm-hmm. I feel like it was really well art directed. I tend to gravitate toward those movies that, like, we're seeing a different world, like Guardians of the Galaxy. Like, James Gunn had all the species laid out in a a Bible. This is how this alien should look and all that stuff. So
that's crazy.
Yeah. So that music was great in it. Galactus was amazing.
Crazy.
Finally, we get the Galactus that we've all been wishing for. Not,
that's right. Not
some smoke cloud.
Yeah.
You know, of nanites eating Earth.
We can't do that.
Yeah.
Can't do that.
Right. And then, you know, I pray that they're able to use Franklin in a way that will set up Doomsday appropriately. I'm just still nervous.
Yeah. Yeah, in a way I don't. I
actually kind of appreciate where they're going with it with Franklin. You got to have him in the picture in order to level up.
You have to.
Doctor Doom is already OP, but like to really level him up, he's going to have to use Franklin to level up to get to the levels of Doomsday. So, you know, though I'm worried, hey, if it's a vehicle to get us there, we're fast forwarding through a lot.
If you're going to fast forward, man, please write with care.
Please.
Because I'm not going to lie, man. I don't want to wait 10 years.
Well, you're not.
You know what I'm saying? So, right. So I didn't want to anyway. But since we're not, man, please take painstaking care of this dude, man. Don't appear like that you have obviously cut corners to get where you're going. So, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. 9.5. Yeah.
Okay. Bet that.
Marvel stepped the game up on this one.
All right. I guess what Spider-Man is the only thing boy, these Marvel droughts is crazy. Yeah. Is that the name of the movie?
Because it's a brand new day. Like people forgot.
Can you feel a brand new day?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well.
Yeah, and y'all, as of this recording, check out that Eyes of Wakanda.
I need to go. Yeah, that is a point of viewing on my menu tonight.
Very good on you, Marvel. I appreciate y'all. Finally, the ship is kind of turning a little bit.
That Ironheart. Go.
Okay. All right. Boom boom. Cue the music, baby.
Give us your thoughts. You know what I'm saying? We want your opinions. If we're wrong, let us know. I don't be wrong, though. I'll let you.